Rich people buy assets, not liabilities. This is one of the key takeaway messages I got from Robert Kiyosaki's international best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad. Some of the learnings sound so obvious, but it's only when I read them in a book did it all kind of come together and make sense. So the fundamentals of the book teaches a few important things. Now firstly, the rich don't work for money. What this means is that the rich build a system and then they hire people to run that system for them, and they essentially become the business owner rather than the employee in the business. Secondly is that rich people buy assets, not liabilities. Sometimes people will finance a new car that's really expensive and something that they can only just afford. But that doesn't make them rich because it's an expensive and a nice car. The poor dad mentality believes that one should work for money as a single salaried employee at a stable job, and that a person's wealth largely depends on their family background. He believes the most important things you can do to financially survive or to accumulate wealth is to read and learn from successful people. Many people think this mentality can trap a person into working a job they don't love, but is willing to stick with it because they have to pay the bills. Rich Dad advises the idea to get a job so you can learn the skills required to be an entrepreneur. Wealth comes from experience-based learning and multiple income streams. When the poor dad encourages working your way up the ladder, the rich dad laughs and says, why not own the ladder? The book does offer a handful of powerful messages that can be useful to anyone looking to broaden their views on money. What wealthy people do is that they invest their money into an asset first, so like a house. A house will increase in value due to capital appreciation, and you can then get rental income from the property if you let it out. You can then use that income to buy something like a nice car, for example. The asset will increase in value and will become a source of income, and you can use that to buy the liability, which is the car. Robert Kiyosaki goes on to explain that wealth is a measure of how long you can survive without an active income. It's surprising that nearly 30% of people in the UK with an income of over £80,000 don't have enough savings to see them through the next few months if something major were to happen and that they couldn't work. This just means that these people aren't managing the money in the correct way, because instead they're using money to buy expensive cars or expensive items. All these things are fine, but the book is trying to explain that first spend that money into stocks, shares and property, so assets, and then start to use the profits from those assets on liabilities. This way your money is always going to continually grow rather than having to earn more money to spend it on all of those luxury products. If you found this useful, you might like to check out my other book review over here. Thanks for watching.